everyone, this is Febrianne. I recently made a video showing off my valley, but I have also made a bunch of changes here and there in the valley. So I figured I'd just make a little update video slash finally show off my Glade of Trust. I recently added Fairy Godmother into the Glade. Beforehand, it used to be only villains in here, so this was a nice change. So I figured I'd go on ahead and show you what I got going on here. Um, Over here I have this little picnic area by the Orb of Friendship, or I don't remember which orb it is, but one of the orbs. And I have this little like scenery. So then you go around here, and I have this really nice little path that leads right over by Mother Gothel. And Mother Gothel got a bit of a makeover recently. She did not recently have this, so I have this little path that takes me all the way over here to Fairy Godmother. And I have something shocking to share with everybody. It is actually symmetrical. Look at it. They line up with the entryway to the bridge all the way to her house. And I am very happy with how that turned out. And then I made this little path that takes me all the way over to this little area over here, which takes us over to Scar's house. Like I said, only villains are here. It's all the villains and then Fairy Godmother. That's about it. And so I have this little area for Scar with a little watering hole, and I decided he needed a little cookout space there. So then I'm going to take you guys back around over by where I now have Ursula's house, which is again down a little path over here. You kind of go through like a nature walk. I figure it's going to look really cool at night with all these lights on. So you just walk through, and then here you go until you wind up at Ursula's house. I recently redecked her whole place. She has this nice little seating area by her vanity. She has a little cooking stove and a mirror and a chair, and she just really likes to cook up evil schemes out here. And then so this is my little path to take me over to where I have my Goofy stall as well as my chest for the area. I personally love to have my chest for each biome next to the Goofy stall area, so I can walk around, collect all my flowers, and immediately put it there, as I showed off in my previous video with all of my other valley. Everything else is mainly just forest, trees of that such, but I just really liked those little areas. Let me show you the main areas I changed in the rest of my valley. I have this little soccer field I made here, and look, we have a little rabbit wanting to play a game too. I made this using the new custom rugs. I really wanted to have a rug out here that I wanted to mess with ones that match the grass, and then I was like, you know what, why not make a soccer field? So I made this little soccer field, or football as my everyone else in the world calls it, except America. But I just really liked how this looked. I don't know what happened to it, but at one point I had the little critter ball on here to like represent someone playing a game, because I realized we don't really have any sports balls, like actual sports balls in the game. Very odd. And then I have a slight change I did over here. I moved this over after the new update, where I moved stuff around and put one of these over here. But let me go on ahead and show you the main areas that I changed, which is Remy's restaurant and my dining area. I changed around my dining area a little bit. I added the new cherry blossom trees, as well as the gazebo from the Fairy Godmother quest, and some custom picnic tables. Pink is my favorite color, and it really matched the vibe of what I had going on here. And then with Remy's, I decided to turn his entire building around and then make a whole dining area out here, including a nice little fountain again, and a little table where everyone comes to get food from and take it back to their table. So then let me go on ahead and show you my forest that I have going on. Ever since the new update, the only thing I've really changed around is I now have the ability to place different houses everywhere. So I went ahead and did that. I do want to show you one room in my house here. In this little house here, let me go on ahead and show you. So this is my cherry blossom room that I made by the recent shop items for the cherry blossom and the turning red items. I made a whole set. I made a dining room table, dining room chairs, a dresser, tables, a bed. I just wanted to really match the whole set. If you would like a tutorial on how I made these, or maybe a tutorial on how to make other custom furniture, please let me know in the comments. I am planning on making some kind of tutorials, but if you want something more specific, please let me know what exactly you'd like to see me share a tutorial on, because I'd love to help you with that. Let me go on ahead and show you my next part of my valley that I changed, which is my Frozen Heights, and let's just say it got a bit of a sweet makeover. So my Frozen Heights over here, I caved and I bought the candy house. I thought it was just so freaking cute and I had to have it. I thought the candy path was a little intense for the actual house, and plus, since we don't have bulk cooking in the game currently, it is such a pain to make the path, and I didn't have that time or patience for that, and I didn't really like how it looked, so I decided to use it sparingly in small details like under lampposts or as like a decorative bush area. Let me go on ahead and show you kind of an aerial view of what we got going on here. So this is my sweets house from up above. I just really wanted to go with like the bright, vibrant colors, and I used those cherry blossom trees everywhere to kind of simulate the idea that they're cotton candy. That's kind of the look I was going for. I figured that and all the other bushes looked like different variations of cotton candy and just looked like a really nice, sweet path with lots of colors, and I'm hoping that when Vanellope does come in the game, I can just plop her in and we can be next door neighbors and have a bunch of fun and see what all's gonna come. The next area I gotta show you is probably gonna be my last, and it would be my Forgotten Lands. So this is my Forgotten Lands. I really wanted to change up the vibe a little bit. Once I got Fairy Godmother out of here and moved her into the Glade, and was able to get rid of the flames, I just saw so much possibilities of what I could do. So I just extended out my pumpkin farm a little bit here to make it so I could have more pumpkins, which equals more money. And I just decorated it a little differently, and I changed up the lights to be green ones to represent what we lost, the green lights that were. And I just think it gives it a nice air about it at night, which I will show you here in just a moment, which then goes all the way over here to the dark castle that I also caved and bought. I thought it looked really nice, and then let me just show you this area over here. I changed up the vibe a little bit of my little shrine. I kept my Maleficent thrones, and then I put in this little fairy godmother bench because I thought it fit nicely in between that gap. And I put the gold plant with the gold path to kind of simulate that look of regal. And I put a pet house here so I could show off all of my different ravens as well as one spooky squirrel, which I think looks really cool here. He kind of just blends into the area and just really looks nice. Let me show you a slight aerial view of my dark castle. So this is my dark castle from up above. I think it looks really nice. I tried to go with the whole vibe of thorns and spooky with a little bit of the nature with the bushes and the purple. And I just mainly went with the stones and the dark path. And I did add in those green lights again, which looks really nice at night. It kind of simulates what's going on in the house as well. And I can't move the tree house, but it's there. So it's just there always. The only area I got left to show you is the inside of my spooky castle. I have decorated several rooms in here. Let me go on ahead and show you. So this is the inside of my spooky castle. I have made this like the grand entry room where we have a spooky couch that I made to match the vibe of all of the thorn furniture, and I tried to simulate that little gem that's in all of the fireplaces and a few of the other spooky items like the wardrobe. They all have that big purple gem, and I really liked that, so I wanted that to be on my couch. So I tried to give that vibe like I have a big chest, a big purple in the middle of the big purple gem in the middle of the couch, and I really like how that looks. And then over here I made this little dining room table with dining room chairs, and then let me go on ahead and show you the next room next to it over here. This is my spooky bedroom. I went with the Ursula vanity again to kind of fit the vibe, and I got my bed and I put the couch out with a nice footstool, and I can read a book, maybe drink some coffee, and I have a magic broom to clean my room. And I got some shelves, and again I put this custom carpet here to fit the vibe of the room. And I have one room that I'm currently still working on. My other room I haven't finished, but I was working on this, which was going to be a study room, and I'm gonna put a bunch of books in here, bookcases and the chair, and make this a custom study is my plan. So that's my plan for this area. And my other room, I haven't quite decided what I want this room to be. So this is the room of undecided. But I like how this all looks. Let me go on ahead and get to a good stopping spot, and let me get to the point here. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. This was a ton of fun showing you guys my updated areas, including my giant pumpkin patch here. If you liked what you see, please make sure to subscribe and let me know what type of videos you'd like to see from me in the future. I would love to make more videos for you guys and maybe make some tutorials to help you guys figure out some tips and tricks that you might not have figured out for the game yet. Let me know what you'd like to see from me, and thank you very much and have a nice day.